Brady haters must be pissed off. Yeah, absolutely. We'll get into that later. Here's the thing, folks. Y'all waste all your time talking about story. I mean, you talk about all the stats, who throws all the touchdowns. They got these new things because they call like next gen stats, and everybody want to talk about those. They want to talk about who did this and who did that. Well, guess what, folks? Guess what? Let me tell you why you're wasting your time. Because it's not about the stats. It's always about the best story. And going in, this is the best story. As much as I hate to admit it, as much as I am a Ravens fan who spent years hating Tom Brady. Yes, you can say he's the GOAT, whatever, right? This is the best story. Tom Brady leaves New England, goes to Tampa Bay, the place that's hosting the Super Bowl the whole time, all season. Can Brady get there without Belichick? Who was responsible? Was it Bill or was it Brady? That's been the story. It's all about the storyline, folks. Y'all can hate it, but, it's all about the storyline. And once again, the story goes like this. Tom Brady is leading the New England. That don't even sound right. It doesn't. Look what I was about to say. Tom Brady is leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back to the Super Bowl. Think about how many times Tampa Bay has hosted the Super Bowl. I think it was just once when the Ravens won in 2000. But once again, never before has this done before. There was a stretch for 3 years, folks, where you had three teams who were good going into this 3-year stretch. And everybody believed one of them was going to host the Super Bowl. You may wonder, who am I talking about? The year when it was the Cowboys, the Colts, and the Saints. In a 3-year stretch, all of them hosted the Super Bowl. You figure one of those teams is good enough. This is the peak Tony Romo, peak Peyton Manning, peak Drew Brees. You figure one of them will host the Super Bowl, and nobody did it. But who does it, Tom freaking Brady. Man, oh man, yeah, it is what it is. He's the greatest to ever do it, the greatest of all time, the most accomplished, whatever you want to say. Lucia, thank you for the newsworthy award. I appreciate that. Go ahead, help me out. You see, I got a goal. I'm at 72% of my goal, so y'all get some coins, help a brother out. So let's get to the comments. Let's get to the comments. Bannerman picked it 3 weeks ago right here and on all platforms. Bannerman picked Tom Brady and the Buccaneers to go. So congratulations to him. And y'all know what? I said according to Madden, my Super Bowl pick was the Ravens and the Bucks. Now, I was playing with the Ravens, but the Bucks was the team that came on the opposite side. Clearly, my Ravens didn't get there. But I still wanted to stay with the pick until the Seahawks got eliminated. Then, man, this is going to be cool to see, though. I ain't going to lie. But, more on that later. Dwayne Collins says Tom Brady shouldn't be going all day. They were hand checking on both sides, and a very late flag comes. Agreed. Highly agreed. I was irritated by it. Let's see. The GOAT can't deny it. Mike Patton. Yes, see more. Let's go. Yeah, I know better, man. I'm still getting to the comments, so you probably comment on what I said. You did pick it. Yasmin, let's go, baby. My hometown is playing at their hometown stadium. Go Bucks. You know what? Congratulations, Bucks fan. Respect. This is your hometown team. 100%. Congratulations, Dwayne. I was looking. Look, he going for the 10th time. The 10th time, folks. And he lost 3 Super Bowls. Mike Patton says, I've been denying he was the GOAT, but I can't deny it now. Mike, I gave up that a long time ago, brother. When they beat the Rams, no, actually, when they came back against the Falcons, I said, all right, it is what it is. Tom Brady is the greatest to ever do it. Bannerman, I'm waiting. Oh, Lucy, I'm waiting on props. They giving the trophy, bro. They giving the GOAT. Not even just the Super Bowl, but they're playing the Super Bowl at their home stadium. It's history. Absolutely. Was it pass interference? Yes, it was. If it was your team and they didn't get the call, you'd be mad. That coming from NHSF, NTHS athletics. Absolutely, I would be mad. I'm no matter what, you're not going to please everybody. My issue is consistency. I'll be on that later. This is wild. LaShawn McCoy may actually get a Super Bowl ring chilling on the sideline. That's from Mike. Mike, thanks for the Super Heart Award. Wow, Bannerman, I really appreciate that. Great broadcast award. I really, really appreciate that. $10 coming in. Realistically, this is from DMDM on YouTube, I'm assuming. Can they beat KC or the Bills? I don't think so. But I really don't. I don't think so. Hand checking on both sides. Bannerman said, let's go TB12. It was fair game on both sides. Nobody is even close. Any of us for a man who's 40, single, and didn't achieve his dream, keep trying. Life is every day there's a new chance to life. So I'm going to say keep trying. Bucks, Tampa fans still have work to do. Absolutely. Lucia says, congrats, I've been a Patriots fan, so Brady on another team will be weird to watch, but dang. You know, I always wondered this, and let me know, Lucia. I see a lot of people who are Patriots fans rooting for Brady, and I wonder, is there any, like, how do you feel? Because I know for me, if that was like, let's just say a few years ago, Ray Lewis go now Ray Lewis is my favorite player of all time, but let's just say like, last year, as much as I rode with Terrell Suggs, I wasn't rooting for him to win the championship because he was on another team. Granted, it's a different perspective, it's a position, but it's weird, like your guy being on another team, you know? So that's what I want to say. I'm crying out of happiness right now. My hometown, Tampa, is going crazy right now. I've chose great team. Go Bucks. Thank you, Brady. Like I said, congratulations. No Bills fantasy ride ends tonight. That's what's going to be fun. This is like, I mean, the NFL, in my opinion, couldn't have did this no better. I know the AFC and the NFC matchups switch every year. That's how television works, folks. You know, if the AFC hosted last year, if the AFC gets the late game last year, the NFC gets the late game next year. But this right here is exciting due to the fact that as good as the Patriots have been playing right now, it just, I mean, good as the Chiefs and the Bills have been playing, it just makes sense for this to close the show, as we would say if this was the wrestling world. Says Ashley Baker is happy right now. My wife over here calling Tom Brady Super Bowl model quarterback. Look. Here's the thing, right? I don't get it. You know, like I said, you know, it's weird. We'll get into that. You called it with me, bro. Cry your eyes out. First time in history, you are our hometown tour guide for the Super Bowl. Absolutely. I want to see all the videos. I want to see all the smoke. And bring me all the smoke, because this is what I've been saying, folks. This is exactly what I've been saying. The bottom line is this. It's all about the story. Y'all can look at your stats. You can go through all the books. You know, Aaron Rodgers has done this and done that, and Tom Brady has done this and done that. It's not about the stats. It's about the story. The bigger story is Tom Brady going to the Super Bowl. Now, look, you got two stories coming out of the AFC. You're either going to have Tom Brady going against Patrick Mahomes, who is the heir apparent for the face of the league, or he's going to go against a former division rival. And what better sense would it be than to have to go against the man who you couldn't get past? The Bills, in order to win the Super Bowl, to have to get over the one man who's kept you from winning division title after title after title. This is going to be good. I'm telling you, I'm excited right now. So y'all haven't done so, go ahead and download the Haps app. If you watch it on other platforms, you get some coins. Help me out, support the brothers. You know, drop me a coin or two. Appreciate everybody who has done so. I definitely appreciate that. I make sure, you know, they're gonna spread around. You get coins. You know what I do? I go on your broadcast. I drop you a couple coins. So if I haven't done that, I'll do that. But here's the thing: I don't want to hear about all this stuff, right? Here is my thing. This, as I heard my boy Antoine Smitty Smith throw this out there. Is Rodgers back in Green Bay next season? That's a good question, Mike. I think so. I really do. It's kind of hard not to see him back. But I don't know. For Tampa, let's bring it home, baby. Yeah, I mean, how good does it make if you get all the way there and you lose? That would be great, actually, though. But here's the thing. When I look at the game and I go back and I look at what happened, no, I don't like the inconsistency. I don't like the fact that the Packers went out there. My TV just went. Yeah, let me get that because I'm going to be paying attention. I know kickoff is about to start, so I won't be here long. But I don't like the inconsistency. I don't like I don't like that call at the end of the game. And here's why. It says, please go live after the AFC Championship game. I appreciate that. I will. Lane P, congrats, Tampa Bay from a lifelong Patriots fan. Go Tom, Gronk, and all. Y'all are so nice. All these Rodgers come to San Francisco. I believe Mike wasn't Aaron Rodgers a 49ers fan growing up? I believe I saw that. Here's my issue. I don't like penalties at the end of the game. All day, all freaking day. All day in the first half, they wasn't calling holding penalties. Now you're going to call that the holding or the pass interference? Come on now. With the Super Bowl on the line, what was the chances? It would have been fourth down, and then they would have had an opportunity. Absolutely, Kevin King was awful today. And I feel bad for him because he's going to have to live up. But I don't understand, and I'm about to go to Bannerman's, why don't you go for it on fourth down? I tweeted out this. I said either two things are going to happen. He's going to look like a genius, or he's going to be answering a lot of questions, and that's what's going to happen tomorrow. All week, we're going to, for the next 2 days, because then it'll be more about the Josh Allen's or the Patrick Mahomes versus Brady. But all week, yeah, he said, sure was a 49ers fan. All week, it's going to be about why didn't LaFleur go for it, and I'm interested to see, you got Aaron Rodgers. Now, here's another thing. Aaron Rodgers had a lane wide open. He's not slow. Why didn't he run? I think he would have got the touchdown personally, or he would have got close, So his team didn't do him any favors. And yeah, Betterman, you're right. You don't give Tom Brady the ball. Because let's be real, those interceptions wasn't because Tom Brady was looking bad, but no, those were bad decisions. He wasn't having a horrible game. Those was just like, all right, let me just throw it up there. Because he was dependent on Mike Evans a couple of times. There was miscommunication, but it wasn't like he was having a bad game. Thanks for the Nailed It award. I appreciate that. It wasn't that he was having a bad game. He did not look old. He was throwing the balls up and they just happened to be caught. It was a couple of plays that they should have been intercepted. But overall, Tom Brady had an opportunity. He had an opportunity, and he went out there. He did his thing, but in the end, they won, and that's my thing, right? I just don't understand. It says you are back and you're backed up if it didn't work, Brian. Exactly. You're backed up. You have an opportunity. Let's just say they don't get it, right? So then they're down by 8. They still got scored twice. No matter what, you either got scored twice to go to overtime. You're not going to win the game. So you backed them up and you trust your defense. But the Packers defense wasn't playing that well to go out there and do that. They were getting lucky. Because Tom Brady was just throwing the ball up. Let's be real. It wasn't as if he was out there, and they was like all over top of the receivers and they shutting the receivers down. No, he threw the ball up, and a couple times, like one time, Mike Evans just saw it go up. Another time, he just overthrew Evans, and it was a perfectly picked play because he just happened to be coming off the defender, the wide receiver, who he had just got beaten by. So there was absolutely no reason for Tampa Bay, for the Green Bay Packers not to go for it. And that's why they'll be sitting at home. Aaron Rodgers, 1-4. Y'all want to talk stats? What is it, 1-4 now in the championship games? Like I said, it's about the stories. At the end of the day, it's the stories that matter. We remember the stories. We can talk stats all day, but you got to win. Philip Rivers is questionable about being in the Hall of Fame because he's never won the big one. He's never even been. And you look at those teams over the course of the years, right? The AFC was dominated by Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Ben Roethlisberger. One quarterback got through. His name was Joe Flacco, because it's all about the story. And the stories are Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger got to Super Bowls, and they won multiples. They won multiple Super Bowls. So it says that was giving the Bucs the win. Rookie coach decision. That's in his second year. Horrible call. These guys have been coaching long enough. They've been watching the game. They study the game. And I get like it's a different pace, but they've been studying the game long enough. You got to make better decisions. Rodgers is going to get blasted by plenty of media because of his records in NFC Championship games. Absolutely. But his team didn't do him no favors. Now, that one pick he threw, he overthrew the receiver. That was bad. I mean, he tried to force something, and they made a great play. That's the one that jumps out to mind. But his team didn't do any favors. Dropping the 2-point conversion, the 2 fumbles, one was lost. That gave the Bucs 28 right there. So, but I'm going to get off of here. Josh Allen on my TV is getting set up to line up AFC Championship. Getting ready to go. Ted Hicks, appreciate you coming in. LaFleur made a horrible decision. Mike Patton says, I'm a Rodgers fan. Look, I want to see whoever comes out of this game tonight. That's who I want to win the Super Bowl, bottom line. But I'll be back after the AFC Championship. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all come on back and let's talk about it. Brian, it didn't work it didn't work. They started the 9-yard line. What were they thinking? Bannerman, you're right. You were right. But guess what? In the end, you were right because you got your Super Bowl pick. Watch for Dawson Knox for the Bills. That's what Mike Patton says. Lenny P, go Bills. Embrace the bait. Fox, ESPN are going to destroy him. Absolutely. That's all, folks. I see you later on.